We are sitting here in our wedding dresses, costumes.
Dresses. Maybe dresses is
Maybe
the best
dresses.
word.
You in dress, I'm in costume, in our wedding costume.
Wedding outfit.
Wedding outfits. And almost five years we are together.
Yeah.
And almost half an year we are married.
Half a year?
Half a year.
It's more than half a year. 8 months.
8 months.
I have a countdown.
So how you can explain what we are doing here, who we are, and what happened now?
What's happening now?
What's happening now?
Okay, shall I answer this question? Actually, we are two people from IT sphere. We are working in IT companies. Yeah, how long have you been in IT sphere?
In IT, I'm starting from 2011.
So you're like a dinosaur.
Some kind of
tech dinosaur.
Some kind of, yeah.
Okay.
I used to work as a programmer more than 10 years. Years. And now I'm working also in IT as a content maker, as a DevRel, developer relations. I try to
develop some relations.
Develop relations between developers and developers. Relationships. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Oh, long story. To make a long story short, I've been in IT for 6 years already. Yeah. And I'm a Scrum Master.
Scrum Master. Like a Grandmaster.
So you can just draw a T here.
Why?
Because my job is quite, challenging. Yeah. And sometimes I want to cry because I deal with different people. Yeah.
I want to mention that you was starting from programming also.
Forget this part.
Why?
Because it's not serious at all.
It was pretty serious. He was pretty serious junior JavaScript developer.
It was quite serious in my imagination. In the reality, it was like hello world in JavaScript. Yeah, and some, templates with JavaScript and HTML, right? So it's not like a big deal.
But it is important, I think, for our listeners and our viewers to understand what was our path. Because my path was pretty path in IT. My path was pretty straight. I graduated as a physicist and then started working.
Straight. Okay.
Pretty straight. Physics.
No, you didn't get my joke. Okay.
No. Then programming. But in your case, it was much more interesting.
I used to be a teacher of English. So
I hear.
No, you don't. Because all my, English speaking skills have been lost somehow. Because I don't have a very good practice, quite a good practice right now. Even though I just work with native speakers, but it's not enough. I don't talk too much with them, unfortunately. I used to be a teacher of English. It was my dream to work at school, to have some fun, because I was like in love with my first teacher. Then I understood that if I continue to be a teacher of English, I will be unhappy. And what surprise I've got recently is that having more money doesn't make you more happier.
Oh,
just happier.
It's so real. It's so true.
So that's why we are recording the show, because we are going to talk about what are we going to talk about, Alex?
Oh, today we're going to talk about burnout.
Yeah, burning out and what effects it can have on...
What do you think? Yeah. Do we need to give more background about us for our listeners? Because
yes, I think so. So if we are talking about burnout, we should talk about what led us to such a state.
And you say us a story about how you used to be a teacher, but please describe how you start to be a Scrum Master.
Oh, you want this 2 hours interview?
2 hours. We have separate 2 hours interview in Russian language. You can, by the way, see it by the link in the description. But now, please, short.
Okay.
Be short and simple.
So study at university, at the uni, then starting work at primary school. Yeah, primary school. Yeah. Then some shock.
Some shock.
Some shock.
What's the shock?
Yeah, caused by working at school.
Oh,
yes.
You need to mention that you was working in Belarus.
Yeah, I was working in Belarus.
From Belarus.
Belarus.
But now we're in Poland.
Yeah, we're in Poland right now, and all started for us in Belarus. So I was working at school, and I was also like a teacher at 3 different English schools. Yeah, it was like courses format for adults. Yeah, so school at in the morning and afternoon it was courses for adults.
Mm-hmm.
Then I understood that it's not enough, and it was like a big mistake because I was on. I was in the right place because social media was just developing. Instagram was just developing in such a context that we know Instagram right now. So you know what I say? It was like a very easier to begin your blog, English blog, either on YouTube or in Instagram.
How it's related to your IT career? Tech career.
Tech, but tech.
Tech. Yeah, this is my pronunciation. Don't care.
Yes, people do. Tech. So how it's related? If I were, smart, I could have. I could have what?
What?
I could have.
I don't know. You.
I could have. Блядь.
Sometimes our listeners need to use English-Russian dictionary to understand what we're saying. Yeah. You mean that you...
So I was in the right place to start something new in, in blog direction. So I could have become like a famous blogger, but yes. I mean that it was like a really right time to set up something new in social media because there were not too much bloggers as we have right now.
Why you didn't tell me about it any time?
Because this thought has visited me just now.
Okay, so you...
So I really had some possibilities to earn money using English, working with English, developing my skills, getting the certificates and stuff like that, international certificates, of course. But I decided that IT is hyping, tech is hyping, so I should be there. Because, it was like a clickbait, or how to say it. If you know English, you can do whatever it's possible
and for
in
Belarus,
tech.
it was real things. Thing is that those time in Belarus you were there were a time when you had an opportunity to be a programmer or tech specialist only when you have good English, by the way.
But you definitely should study.
And little bit hard skills. For now, that's almost different situation, especially in Europe. How you start to be a Scrum Master? You starting from English teaching, then you continue with JavaScript. And what happened next?
Then I just transform into what? Into something new, customer support representative.
You spent almost 2 years as a customer support representative.
Yes. And then some project management activities. They were not like strictly identified, but I started doing them. And then I realized that if I want to have some more money, I need to have some official project management certificate. So I started taking up some courses. Traditional project management came along together with agile. So right now I'm a Scrum Master, safe Scrum Master. Yes, safe. It's not like there is no danger in it, you know.
Safe, this is framework.
Scaled agile framework. So it's like Scrum, which was scaled.
So you're a full-time Scrum Master.
Yes, I am.
And I am full-time, I don't know who, but also in tech.
I don't know who. So this is how I see what he does every day.
It is pretty hard to explain people what doing.
You make content.
I make a content especially for IT.
So for specific company.
For specific company, inside specific company, let's say. And
internal.
Not an internal. I'm working for specific company, and we create external, like a tech media.
So just to make it short, there is a corporate culture and some NDA stuff. So there is some content related to internal flow, right, and internal corporate culture, and there is an outside content that you can share, right?
You described pretty usual developer relations duties. But I'm not like a real developer relations specialist. I'm working on tech media. And one of the biggest tech companies support us, and I'm trying to create like an interesting content for engaging content for tech people. And this is pretty unusual story, because I was 10 years I was programmer, and now I continue programming in my spare time.
You know, it's really fascinating. It really fascinates me, because if you are, as you treat yourself as you consider yourself as a general programmer, no, you're not, because general programmers, like just ordinary people whose task is to write code and
I was
to do their best to stand away from people, keep away from people.
And more than 10 years it was my work.
So what's changed your life?
I start making a huge blog on Russian language named
huge blog all of a sudden, right?
YouTube,
it got huge.
Pretty huge. It was hugest blog about tech in Russian language segment.
It is.
Not right now, after the war in Ukraine all changed. But I start making a blog, I start creating a content, and I felt what? I felt that I love it. And sometimes much more than corporate in programming.
Okay. So you felt some burnout or almost 5 years ago. Then
Not 3 years ago. I finalized my work in IT as a programmer 3 years ago. I cannot say that it was burnout. It was just a really interesting opportunity, because some huge guy,
let's call it so.
Some huge guy came huge, I mean,
you know his dimensions, right?
Techstar.
Oh, okay.
Creator of huge company came to me and said, "Hey, do you want to make a content for us, tech content?" And I say,
"Oh yes, of course.
No, I'm a programmer. Do you really think that I'll be able for this job position?" And he said, "You can try." And I'm trying right now. Still trying. Yeah.
But your realm is like a sphere, area. It's quite specific, and I wouldn't say it's not too popular, but still, it's not something that is hyping right now. Because other stuff is hyping right now.
Because it's hard to make a hype content when you
don't have. What's so difficult to understand?
When you don't have clear understanding how to work with new audience, because I pretty would know my Russian language audience, because we are from Russian native countries, and now
Russian speaking.
Okay, let's say not Russian, Eastern Europe countries. Okay. And now I need to make a content for English native audience, and I haven't good English skills.
Don't have. Yeah, you see, he doesn't have.
I don't have, but this is interesting.
Neither do I.
Interesting task. Try to make content that will be interesting for
people.
wide audience. Much more wider than only Russian natives.
So please forget
Slavic natives. Let's say Slavic natives.
Slavic.
It's my
not
friend.
Slavic is his friend. Slavic.
Okay. Russian.
PSD Shablon.
Let's stop here about our.
It's enough.
Yeah, if you want to hear some more about our life, please.
They don't.
Leave the comments below, and maybe in the next episodes we tell you some different topics. For example, about how we bring our ass to Poland. So let's stop here about our life, and let's little bit describe our reasoning why we are making this show. Why do you need it?
To have some, to have some fun, to have something different from all the routine we have together with you.
But along whole day, you have a conversation with the people on your jobs.
Yes, we talk too much. We do blah, blah, blah from me, especially from 10 p.m. It's like a schedule. My meetings start at 10 a.m. in the morning, and they can stop at 4 or sometimes 5 and 6 p.m. So it's lots of conversations, but they are quite standard in terms of the topics that we are talking about. So we are talking about our projects and stuff like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. I remember this feeling.
Yes, you do. Oh, yeah. Are you talking about your marriage right now?
No, I'm talking about my previous project management experience.
Okay. Yeah. So this show, for me, right, is to try something new, because I've already have had several attempts to launch my personal YouTube show related to project management, but I'm fed up with talking about project management or some Scrum Master activities outside my duties schedule. So when my work finishes, it's 6 or 7 p.m., I don't want to talk about my job.
But
it doesn't mean that I don't like it. It's because for me it's enough. I have different interests except my duties at work, so except my job.
Did you see the comments below your content?
Yes, I did. And what?
They're really great.
Yes,
people say that we want more from you.
Yes, but I don't have my internal resource. How am I supposed to produce something if there is no fire inside? My personal reason why I'm doing this with you, and I agreed to commit to it, because it's lots of stuff and activities, is that I want to share something with people, but that's not related to, to your job when you are employed by someone.
But today we're going to talk about burning out. It is also related to job.
Yes, it's related to working activities, but it's not directly related to work. It's something around. There are lots of different topics that we can talk and share our personal experience with people, and maybe I do hope someone will find it really useful, because I want to be useful.
In which ear I hear the sound? Left, right, left, right, left, right. Faster. Give me an answer. Right. Yeah. I need to загадать желание. How's to say? I need to make a wish. Do you know about?
No.
What about
are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
No. What are you talking about?
Who cares?
Yeah. So I want to have, to make content that is helpful, and it's not related directly to IT. Yeah.
And do you think that you choose right place for it in our cringe family show? Please don't suppose.
Guys, I just
don't waiting from us like a teaching content or something with.
No, there is no teaching content.
This is like a general conversation between a husband and
wife, and we are going to talk about spoons.
My wife,
knives.
Yeah, but not about spoons, not about knives,
babies, and all the cringe.
But who knows? Maybe somewhere in the future we will.
In the future.
In the future.
In the future. Okay, so what's your personal reasons to sit right now here on Sunday evening and to record this show?
So my reasoning for this show, I have only one reason, because I love you, of course.
Oh God.
But as you know, programmers have reason 0. This is because
what? Reason 0? What?
Okay, my reason pretty straight. I want to improve my English skills, and you wants to be English teachers. I need to improve my English skills.
So you decide not to hire a teacher from like a school?
No, I haven't enough time for. I don't have enough time for teach something.
Study something.
To study something. I also cannot teach something.
I don't believe him. I still don't believe him.
I don't have a time. You know my schedule. I'm start working when I get up, and I'm finishing when I go to the bed.
He gets up, guys, at 12 p.m.
And go to the bed in 3 a.m.
And whose problem is that?
I think that teaching process should be engageable, if it's correct to say. Enjoyable for people who teaching.
You.
Me, not me. No, not for my teacher, but for me. It should be interesting. For
studying,
It should be interesting for me, and it is not pretty interesting to start teaching English only for be better in English. So this is why I want to make this show with you, because it is interesting for me to have a conversation with you, and in parallel improving my English skills.
So you are placing false expectation, my dear. Expectations.
Maybe we'll see in the next 10 episodes. I want to compare our first episode and our 100 episode.
Nothing will change, believe me.
No, I think something changing.
Me as an inspiring wife.
At least you improving me right now on the fly, and we're recording this episode also on the fly without any preparation. So this is pretty good experience and pretty good.
When we were just having these rehearsals, when we were going to Żabka, rehearsals.
What is it? Could you please explain different words?
Could
you please rephrase?
Okay, I understood you from one attempt to ask. This is when you just repeat something several times to have...
Could you please repeat?
Rehearsal.
Yeah,
when we were having these rehearsals.
By the way, I have really big problems with my pronunciation.
With your memory.
With my mouth. So how's spelling?
Rehearsal.
Not spelling, by pronouncing.
Rehearsals.
Rehearsals.
Mm-hmm.
So difficult. I'm still cannot say consciousness. So consciousness,
self-consciousness.
Consciousness.
How self-consciousness is related to rehearsals?
I just want to mention. I just want to point out that my pronunciation like a hell. So please apologize me in advice. Apologize.
No, forgive me.
Forgive me in advance. And please leave the comments below what you understand from our speech, especially from my speech, and what you did.
Let's continue, please.
Let's continue. So my reason just have a good conversations with you, and also improving my English skills.
So any global ideas to share something with the world?
We'll see. I believe that in comments, our audience, all of these 3 people.
3 too much. 1, your
mom,
mother,
my mom, and my father, and maybe my sister.
And maybe my brother. 4 people.
5. Your mother, your brother, my sister, my mother, my father.
Okay, 5. And maybe my father.
So maybe they leave comments with next topics, and we will see.
Okay.
We will see.
So, okay.
After 1 hour of conversation, go to our topic. Burning out. Okay. Burning out. What does it mean, burning out? This is when you burn inside yourself and start firing like witchers in 30 centuries. No?
So,
funny. I'm joking.
Not 7, but 3 days ago, Yeah, Sema, our
By
cat
the way,
confirms.
6 comment in Semyon. Let's don't say who is Sema.
Semyon, Sema. Come here, babe.
We need put her on the table.
She is speaking English.
Do you know that Polish cats don't understand kiss, kiss, kiss? They understand kitty, kitty, kitty?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's continue with Semyon on the table. Burning out. This is...
No, I have fur on my lips right now.
No problem. Burning out, this is differently...
let's start why we decided to... Suchka. Because, she hates me, I know.
Oh, she loves our boss. She loves both of us.
So 3 or 4 days ago, it was like late evening, and especially in the evening, I feel hopeless. Hopeless. Yeah. So I feel lots of desperate feelings. And
desperate. What is it?
Отчаянный.
Okay.
Yeah. And I feel to change something. I have this feeling that I need to change something, but I don't know where to start from. And when I talked to my, not a psychiatrist, but my therapist, she said that this is the feeling of burnout. And if you just don't cure and treat your burnout effect, this is like a state which can be quite easily be corrected. If you don't treat it and you ignore and you just punish yourself, saying that you're too lazy, you're like a chmo.
Like a chmo? Could you please explain for the English native audience what is chmo? In my childhood, it is not about the place, about my child time. In my childhood, chmo was человек Минской области. People from the Minsk region in Belarus.
So, okay, feeling like a chmo is still relevant in this case.
But this is hard speech, or how is it to say?
Rough attitude to a person.
Okay.
Chmo is someone who is at the bottom of social life. Yeah, so social level. Yeah.
You feeling like a chmo?
Sometimes.
You was sometimes.
You were. Yeah, sometimes, because I have strict requirements for my own self. It says that I need to be idealistic in all of the realms of my life. And if I don't like something related to my, daily activities, then there is something wrong with me. Even though nothing changes at all. It's just routine, daily routine.
Sometimes I'm feeling that you think that something wrong not only with you, but with me too.
Yes, with me. I always find... I try to find something wrong in you as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and to treat it as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So my therapist said that this is an effect of burnout, and if you don't treat it, you are going to have depression. And this is not a joke, because 5 years ago or so, it was the very same feeling when I just neglected and said that...
Neglected?
Yeah, neglected. Didn't take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I started drinking, as you know.
Drinking something alcoholic.
Yeah, some alcoholic drinks, yeah.
I remember this
Yes,
time.
yeah. A really sad story. And she said, please treat it seriously, because it can have really serious results. And... that evening, we are coming back to that evening, right? I came into your office.
To my office, into my room. in 5 meters from your room, and in 10 meters from our bedroom. My office. Yeah, I'm the boss.
Yeah, your office. And surprisingly for me,
we are working from home.
Yes, I identified that you have the very same state of mind, and I was not exaggerating. This is something that I've come up with in my head. So I really saw this state that you are also tired, you have your own personal struggles, and you really don't know what to do next, because I asked you.
I never know what I'm supposed to do next.
Yes,
this is my permanent state.
So for me, it's quite frustrating because I try to have some plans for if we're talking about personal development, right? And if I don't,
let's talking about software development.
Oh fuck no.
Okay. Yeah.
Fuck off. Yes.
Shoma, we're still here.
Okay. Yeah. And I talked to you. I asked you several questions, and the answer I got is
no answer. Just staring.
Yes.
Just staring on the wall.
Yeah, he was staring.
and Sluna.
Yes. And he was staring on the wall, and it really scared me because I know from my personal experience what it is, and it's hell. And if we are going to have this states of mind together, we will just not die, but it's going to be a very hard, rough period for us.
Here, I need to mention that you pretty
experienced in depression treatment.
No,
yes,
not experienced, but expressive person. Neither me, because I'm pretty
calm and
stable. I think that I'm stable.
No, you're not.
But
you're just
sometimes I'm feeling that I need to
go to psychiatrist.
Let my thinking out and my emotion out.
Yeah, therapy is what every person needs.
But how you is it possible? I have two questions. First of all, is it possible to understand by yourself that you start getting burning out?
Yes.
Without therapists?
Yes, of course. There are some symptoms from my
just your opinion.
Yeah,
we are not a therapist.
Yes, we are not therapists. We are just sharing our own experience. Experience. So my own experience of burnout is that I don't go to the bus. Yeah, I cannot brush my teeth. I cannot wash my hair.
What does it mean? You wake it every day?
Yes, I do it every day, and when I don't do it, for me, it's sign of something is going wrong.
Okay.
Yes. This is the first, hygienic sign, because you stop.
Hygienic sign? What's the hygienic?
Hygieniczny.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm not catching sometimes on the sluch.
You're listening comprehension scale.
This is one more reason why I started this show with you.
Okay. So you're just using me. I understood.
But still, I love you.
Okay. We'll check it. I love you too. I love you too. You want to
eye contact. I need eye contact when you say it.
I love you too.
By the way, do you know the difference word for eye contact? Not eye, but doesn't matter. Return back.
The signs of burning out from my personal experience. Okay, again, this is not like a diagnosis for you. For our listeners.
So if you start postpone your everyday activities,
I don't postpone. No, if I just stop taking care of my body, of the cleanliness of my body, this is the first very typical sign for me. Then I even use
for me.
Perfume every day. So if I stop doing it, this is the sign. Yeah. Then you don't have any energy at all. You just don't have it. You don't want to get up. You think, oh fuck, work again and stuff like that. I hate people. I hate this person or that person. He irritates me. He makes me angry.
You mean mental energy? Yeah. This is not about like
mental and physical. This is all interconnected.
It can be related, for example, with level of sugar.
Dopamine.
Sugar. Level of
dopamine or sugar level, you mean?
Yeah, what's the English for glucose level?
No, this is not the case. When you have some physical, when you are tired physically, you feel it differently. But you feel, glucose can help you. You just eat something sweet or something else. Your glucose is up and you are functioning as usual. So, but this is not the case. You are tired. You are constantly tired.
Okay.
You don't want to do anything. You're not interested in any activities that are going to happen today with you. No.
Physical exercises.
No.
Just breathing outside.
No. And for me, if I feel some pain, I usually have some problems with my pain.
So you also feel like a physical pain. So.
Fuck. Please let me just finish.
This is my role. My honey baby, I love you.
So
love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my love complete, and I love you so. Love me. Okay. Little bit more cringe. Okay.
Yeah.
So you stopped on the feeling pain, even feeling
in my
physical
back,
pain
and I don't do anything with it. I just go and feel it, and I know how to mitigate this level of pain. I know what to do exactly, literally what to do, and I don't do it.
People around you also do people around you also understand that you're getting burning out?
No, they think that I'm just like ёбнутая. And I accept their state of point of view. I really accept it.
So this is not affected the people around of you at work, for example?
No,
for me it was hard when you was burning out, because I'm your partner and I'm feeling a lot of miscommunication. So.
Miscommunication. You are just irritated. You just wake up irritated. You hate everything. You hate yourself. You know, this is maybe like a deeper level of depression. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But this is what I constantly feel.
Sometimes, because you are working with it, and sometimes.
If I feel pain in my body, and I just don't do anything with it, and if it relates to people around me, of course they are triggers for me, because I have my own trigger in my body somewhere. It's just floating in my body. It's like a state of mind. Mm-hmm. And if someone says something wrong, this is total disaster.
Okay, so this is about how you can
I feel it.
How you can detect that you are burning out.
Yes, exactly.
My second.
No, and what's more, I start to cry. I cry.
Cry, you mean?
Crying with tears. Crying with tears.
Not like loudly speaking.
I shout and I cry. Yeah. Okay. This is the signal that my nervous system is red.
I have more questions. Mm-hmm. My second question was about tech, by the way, tech. Mm-hmm. A lot of people around me start telling me that burning out something like professional illness.
Yes, I can explain
for tech people.
Professional illness,
like professional, yeah.
Yeah.
Why I hear it from
because people do their best. Mm-hmm. They want to have some acceptance, recognition, and some bonuses. Bonuses is
even
maybe
money
something.
Sometimes.
Yeah, bonuses can mean different aspects.
So you want your job really hard for something.
For some recognition.
Yeah, okay.
Because all we do something for something. Mm-hmm. You don't do your work good just for the matter of doing it good. Maybe some people do, but I haven't met such people. Yes, this is the diligence. You want to have everything done really good. And this is, I don't say that this is something extraordinary. This is how people should work, actually, right?
No.
Why? Doing something good, not best, but good.
Does it mean overtiming?
No. You just do your job with quality. Mm-hmm. Yeah, quality doesn't mean like torn ass, right?
You can do your job
within your time frames.
Within your time frames.
Yes. Yeah. Let me explain the burnout.
Quality when you're professional. For example, when you newbie, when you junior specialist. You need to spend much more time for your job qualified.
Yes, and you should. We are not talking about the beginners. We are talking about the professionals. Because when you are starting doing something, you are committing that you are going to work hard.
I just want to mention that it is also not normal to like work in 10 hours
every day.
No. Because you are a newbie.
If you're a newbie, maybe it's okay. Come on.
And what about life or work balance? It's totally disappeared at this.
Talking about something related to newbies is a different story. We are talking about people who are in the sphere already, in any sphere, and are experiencing this burnout effect. You are trying to do something extremely good. And this is also a trait of your mind from my perspective, because if you pay attention to every dot in the document, to every sign that should not be there, or every space in your document, and you are fucking the brain of your colleague for it. This is not like an official document where everything should be strict or can be strict. This is the sign that something is wrong with you.
Somebody says that this is perfectionism. I don't know.
Perfectionism. Yeah, perfectionism is also perfectionism is what leading you to burnout, because people will not obey you. When you try to do and you do something and you set false expectations that if you do something so with such an energy, everyone should do it. And when you face the reality is opposite. And your false expectations are broken, and you feel this drop of your dopamine, maybe, I don't know, but I just guess, this hormone of pursue. You feel disappointed, distressed, and it's just like an how to say it? Накопительный effect, accumulative effect.
Accumulated.
Yes. This is from my perspective. I don't just do the definition of the words or something like that. This is how I explain.
Okay. How you can explain that people who work in by their muscles, mostly not a brain,
with the body, they also have this burnout effect. Also? Of course.
Because I hear that people, I don't know, trainers in the gyms or
each
builders, they don't have like
come on.
Yeah,
come on.
It's false. Yeah.
With bodybuilders and with people who have strict idealization of their bodies, it's even worse.
Okay.
Because they want more and more and more, but their nervous system is worn out. So burnout effect is I have the definition from my own self. Burnout effect is when your nervous system is totally worn out. It cannot produce a lot energy at all, because for being productive and for pursuing your goals, you need like a stable nervous system, quite stable.
Or you can
So you can't drive the car if there is no gas in it. So this is the very same thing. You can't drive your car if you don't visit your fuel station.
So as far as I understand, burnout related with your mental health mostly.
Of course.
And
it is, yes.
And this issue of mental health can faced only with people who work in a lot with by their brain, no?
The very same thing can happen with people who work in the gym.
Let's get rid of gym. Let's talk about developers. I mean, developers who made glue for making houses, for example. People who make...
who build houses. And?
They have just a physical work.
So if a person has physical work, it doesn't mean that a person cannot have a burnout, or what?
Maybe.
Burnout effect is the state of mind and mental issue, right?
Yeah.
It's not related with the work you directly do. So it doesn't guarantee if you have some physical activity, then you are safe and sound. Of course not. All people have their own feelings, their struggles, difficulties, their own hard and difficult emotions. So what? If a person has...
So you are not protected from burnout when you work in just physically?
No.
Okay. My third question...
Is it an interview or what?
I just don't want to interrupt you.
This is a victory.
I don't know. I know Victory. Victory is my friend also. Victor, hi. I know that you will be watching this. So we figure it out. Yeah, about how you feeling when you're burning out and how you. I still don't understand how you. What's the reason for getting? Not a reason. What causes this state burning out? I still don't understand. What should you do for don't get in this shitty, creepy state?
To regulate your feelings and emotions. This is what is told to me by my therapist. I have, and many people have actually. I'm not like unique. Especially women, I would say. Women are quite emotional. No, not all.
I think we live in a pretty diverse world, so men also can be pretty emotional.
I have such a colleague.
So this is not... I'm not a fan of
sexism.
Theory.
Yeah, gender separation. Okay.
I understand that from the hormones we are different little bit,
but hormones in women's body play
differently, let's say.
Yeah. Okay. So people are emotional. Different emotions play different roles, but this is the matter of your brain. And if you're part of the brain, if I remember correctly, this is amygdala. Yes.
Where is it? Here.
I don't remember.
Somewhere here.
Prefrontal cortex, which what I know from Huberman podcast show. Yeah.
Andrew, please leave the comment below.
Yeah.
Do you like our show or not?
Yeah. So the brain, this is the brain function. And if you are overwhelmed with your emotions...
Overwhelmed?
Yes. my constant state.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. And you cannot control them at all, or maybe you are controlling them quite poorly. This can affect that from your having these hard emotions. They're really difficult to live with. I'm a person who struggles with my own emotions because I imagine so different pictures, the situations that do not exist in the world and will never do.
Why?
And you are really tired of it because it requires lots of power.
Pretty tough question.
Energy, yes.
But I really don't understand, as a person who pretty calm, why cannot you just regulate your emotion state? Just control it. When you want to cry, not to cry, but sound loudly.
Shout.
When you want to shout, just not shouting. When you want...
This comes with practice. Yes. There are, of course, tools and tips how to regulate your emotions, but this requires the willing of a person to have... Willing.
Willing, okay.
Yes. And practice. Breathing techniques help the people. Yeah. But you can be scared of breathing.
What do you mean scared of breathing?
Yeah.
This is just simple things that you do each second. Breathing.
When you just start to realize it, you can be scared of it.
What's the reason for scared breathing?
It's not like a scared breathing. You are just scared to breathe.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. So this is it's transforming to the interview. So what is your personal experience of burnout effect?
Why you so quickly switch the topic?
Because I also want to be an interviewer.
I don't know anything about burnout.
Remember your soft tech Remember your company where you were a team lead?
Yeah.
And you just said several times that you were burnout. So what is it?
I was a team lead and I just get rid of it after 10 months of team leading.
Years.
But I don't feeling that it was like a burnout. I'm feeling that I was
fed up.
No. I just made a lot of micromanagement tasks, and it was really not what I'm proud of, what I'm fond of all those times. So fond of. Mm-hmm. I really hated this job, micromanagement. I just didn't know how to manage the people. I haven't related experience, and I started do it in wrong way. Mm-hmm. So from my perspective, there wasn't burnout. There was like just intention to change my everyday tasks right back to the programming.
Okay.
And why I'm talking with you about burnout, because I'm feeling somewhere deep inside that I'm starting feeling something new for me, and looks like this can be burnout. But
this can be all diagnosed by the therapist only, by a person who is qualified.
And it is interesting because only one way for me to get answer, is it burnout or not, go to the therapist. I cannot do it by myself because I haven't related experience.
You don't have. Yes.
I have not. I don't have related experience.
You are just getting it right now with your own emotions and feelings. I'm not authorized here to, to provide you a diagnosis or something like that. We'll do it when cameras will switch on.
No. It is also a good way to understand that something wrong with you, because when people around you start talking to you that you are changed, you changed,
and they always blame you. This is very
blame.
Yes, we need.
Yeah, I understand what.
The feeling of blame. Yes, let me explain. You feel the blame, or people blame you, exclaiming, "Oh, Alex or Lesia, you've changed," is the actually aggressive attitude, aggressive expression. Because what does it mean?
This may be just people shit like a shit.
Oh, okay, but this is still aggression. Yes.
Yes.
And and you just treat yourself like a bad person, but actually your mind is getting ill. I wouldn't be afraid of this word, but it's transforming in a negative way.
Yeah, but sometimes you can be just a toxic piece of shit, and this is not about burnout.
But this is another story. We can talk about toxicity. Let's talk about
next episode,
it.
Okay.
Because I have lots of stories about toxicity.
Let's return back a little bit to the ways how to
mitigate it.
Especially for tech, for tech
people.
Professionals, tech people.
First of all, I would, from my experience, recommend not to neglect physical activity.
Neglect?
Пренебрегать.
Okay, thank you.
Something that you should pay attention to is your physical activity, not after your work, when your workday is finished, but during the day. Working with eyes, having some eyes gymnastics is really good for your brain. First of all, your eyes are stretched. You are doing like this. I can just demonstrate. Boom. Boom.
She just like looking on the pencil. For those of you who listen us.
The tip of the pencil, and you are just drawing circles in the air, and you are just watching your watching.
By the way, look into my fingers. Do you know this practice?
Fuck off.
No, please, 2 seconds, please.
This is what I expected. So why I just recommend it, because I feel this good results, good impact on myself. I have the headaches, and when I do this practice with eye gym, the pain goes away. This is the first thing.
You tell us about concrete practices.
Yes, of course. We can tell about enroll to our course.
I believe that, for example, in my previous experience, when I felt something like burnout when I was team lead. Practice couldn't help me.
Because it was too late.
I mean, the question a little bit bigger. Maybe I need to change my work or just stop in working.
You just need rest.
Dressed? I'm pretty good dressed now.
You just need rest. Yes. It can be too late. Maybe I'm talking about the burnout effect mitigation and how to eliminate it. But if you're already there in this big hole,
eliminate it. I just forgot the meaning of this word. Let's talking about what you can do when you are already there. You're stuck in it.
You just stop. You allow yourself to rest. What it means, because this what my therapist recommended me. You just allow yourself do nothing. You just lie on the sofa or on the bed. You just sleep, you just eat, and you don't blame yourself that you are not productive.
How to
not to blame yourself?
Not about blaming. It's pretty similar to procrastination.
No, rest and procrastination.
Different things?
Totally different things.
So you
need rest to function properly. If you do not rest, you burn out as well. Maybe it's state of mind and lack of rest, and ecological sleep, ecological day.
Ecological day.
So you're
how can you get ecological day when you live in, for example, in multi-million city with a lot of people?
Simply, you just
small flat.
All starts with your body. You feed your body 3 times a week, a day.
Like our cat, by the way.
Yes, like our Sioma. You treat about your body, starting with high quality food, protein, carbohydrate, and fats. Decreasing sugar. This is like a standard thing. Working with a doctor if needed. I don't know. So, and then physical activity and keeping a track. When you are tired, you just go and rest.
All of these advice is really good, and thank you.
But they're quite simple.
I still don't understand what I can do with my job, because I am just, for example, regular software developer, or I'm a regular developer relations specialist. I need to work for getting my money, for paying for my rental and for other stuff. How I can stop?
No one suggests you to quit your job forever. No one.
So you're talking something about sabbatical. Get some.
Why sabbatical? You just take your 3 days off, I don't know, a week or 2 weeks, and don't care about work at all.
If we gonna to speaking about reasons of burnout state at your work, pretty usual this state appears because of what? Because of your perfectionism, for example, or because of your team, for example, because your management can pressure you. Your team members can be pretty toxic to you, especially when you're newbie in the team. I mean, new one.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
What you can do with it? Looks like just rest for several weeks
of course
don't help you.
I'm the big fan of therapy, because this is what will save this fucking world. Yes,
you're right.
There are therapy hypes, but there are really good therapists, psychologists or psychotherapists. They do exist, and some of them do not cost a fortune. Their services do not cost a fortune. So first of all, start how I started, right? I started understanding what's happening with me. What emotions do I have? If you don't have like an income or some spare money to go to the psychologist or to the therapist, I would say, right? There are different courses. Courses of psychological help. Meditation is really good.
Even free courses.
Free, of course. Free courses. Lots of free materials. YouTube, how to overcome these emotions, difficult emotions. There are tons of books and tons of literature. All you need is the willing to help yourself, but your brain will sabotage you. I pay lots of money right now for this therapy, and I feel how I just don't want to do what's recommended, and it really works. This is another story, but still.
Okay, so still, what practices except of therapists you can do when you found out you in the toxic team? I'm talking about toxic team because for now this is pretty usual situation.
Yeah, it is.
I have 6 or 7 different jobs in my experience, and almost 80% of these jobs was
toxic.
Yeah.
Toxicity comes from people who, first of all, do not care about what other people think, maybe, or not that even think, but feel. They are just they are narcissists, and they're too aggressive to change something in themselves, because to change a bad trait of character of yours is really tough, and it's real work to have the result. So if you are talking about toxicity within the company, this is a fucking bad company.
So just change
company. Because if your management does nothing with it, first of all, how do these people found themselves in this company? They were hired by someone. So I know lots of practices across different organizations when people just interview a person, not from the tech perspective, but also from HR perspective, because this is an HR role. And if your HR is poor, I mean, your company HR is...
You mean recruiters?
No? Human resource.
Okay.
Yeah. If this research of HR is not done, or done poorly, or this person is not skilled in psychology, so this is going to be a fucking hell. And HR is very important in the company. And if the company does not work with the toxicity at a corporate level, there are no rules how these toxic people are treated. There are no rules that if you are fucking toxic, you're going to be hired. Because I worked in the company when if you are real toxic and you do not change after 2 or 3 times of just warning to change your behavior, you are fired. And this is what needs to be done. People let themselves shout at work, humiliate each other, making hints that this or that person is bad and not suitable for this job, trying to give advice, they're just doing how you need to do your job. And this is unacceptable, because this person is not authorized to make such comments. So if it's allowed on the company level, and I would say that your managers on the management of the company is going to be the same.
How you can understand that company can allow?
You just ask. You simply ask.
Just ask what? Just ask. Are you toxic company?
No.
Yes, we are really toxic company, but we give you a lot of money.
No. What are your corporate rules? What are your values, and how you deal with toxicity at the corporate level? What are your steps of toxicity and elimination?
Isolda. Toxicity?
No, yeah.
Okay.
Sema.
By the way, we do not introduce ourselves
our babies
appropriately. Nobody knows what is our names. What are our names? You're Lesia.
No, I'm Lametta.
You're Lesia. Your name is Lesia.
Okay.
Lisha. My name is Alex. Or Lex, or Alexei, or Alyosha.
Alyosha is when he does something really stupid.
So, return back to toxicity in the company as one of the reasons of burning out. Okay, we know how we can how we can find out if company have toxicity in the culture or not.
Yeah, one more important sign. If you ask these questions and you are somehow not understood, or a person who is interviewing you does not have a direct answer to your direct question, this is a red flag.
But general developers who usually interviewed you, they don't think anything about toxicity, and they don't know anything about
toxicity. They do the technical part, but there is an HR or recruiter.
HR.
Of course it is.
Okay. But if you somehow get in the company where you find a lot of toxicity, what you can do with it? Change company if this is on the management level, okay. But if it is on the level of your team.
First of all, you work at the level of your team. You just try to switch this toxicity. I need to put machine on. Having this unpleasant but open conversation. For instance, you're just Scrum Master, you don't understand anything here. So who cares about you or what you do? What's your role? So you are the toxicity. Toxic behavior is part of passive aggression. This is another episode,
It is also related to burning out, so I just want to
passive aggression.
Understand.
You should turn this passive aggression to active aggression.
How
So you just ask direct question. So do I understand you correctly that me as a Scrum Master do not do anything here? You find me useless. You find me not qualified enough. And maybe you have some suggestions. How can I improve? And what can I do in order to be useful? What are your thoughts and what are your visions? So this really works. Because when
you will hear nothing in the answer. So, this is good ideal situation, but
this is not
real
ideal.
Life,
this is how you should act.
Okay, so what do you expect to hear from this person on your questions?
Maybe this person act this way because he wants to be a Scrum Master. Simply the fact. Maybe he wants this role. Maybe he doesn't love something about you.
Maybe this is just regular developer who thinks that all of the management just.
So in this case,
don't need it.
Yes, in this case, this person should be fired. As simple as that. Because you keep this eco safety, right, and eco environment, or you just fire people.
I think that for you, as for manager,
I'm not a manager. Scrum Master is not a manager.
I mean, for person who work with people,
yeah,
it is pretty understandable.
Yes,
and even maybe easy. But for developers,
this is why Scrum Master exists, because people can address their personal challenges on one-on-ones meetings. And I always ask, do you have any conflicts or problems with other people? And I ask them to feel free to address these questions and issues if they exist, because I can do something with it.
So if you as a developer have some kind of toxic issues in your working experience, you need to escalate it to your manager staff.
Yes, of course you must.
Somebody said that this is not по-пацански. I don't know what's the English for.
This is not serious and you are just complaining, right?
Yep, so complaining.
There is a company policy. We are not on the playground playing jokes here. So if you're fucking toxic, you should be punished.
Nice. Okay. So I feel that we do not cover all of the topics related to burning out.
Yes, I see one question that is really important to highlight.
What's the question? What's the number? Oh, we haven't numbers here. Stop, I need to calculate.
Последний.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Question number 8.
So this is the item that I've put here on the list. So, is burnout a trend or a serious problem?
This is pretty interesting question. Not interesting, but not understandable for me. Why burnout is a trend? What's the meaning
people
for?
say that they have depression or apathy or apatia.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
They have this depression is sometimes treated as something fashionable. You take the pills, you just, all this drama queen, something fashionable and
so you
posh.
said about that people can use...
People do not treat it seriously.
Not treat it seriously.
Yes.
Okay.
So is it a trend? Because lots of people talk about it right now.
Yeah.
And I see some TikToks or Reels on Instagram talking about it. And not all of them are quite serious, unfortunately. So, of course, especially when you share this problem with your relatives, with your family, and they say, oh, come on, I feel in this depression, you are just bored. Get out and do something. This is not how it works.
I thought before that this is like a characteristic of our Eastern
society,
our Eastern Europe society, because looks like in Europe, in West Europe and in America, life-work balance and topics related to burnout, pretty usual things. And
it's really good that, and you shouldn't be ashamed of it if you feel that you are tired. This is not your just general state. This is the problem that you have, and you shouldn't be afraid of problems or just hide it, because I myself don't hide any of my personal feelings and emotions, because I feel that I'm bad. I'm not bad. I have some problems. Please help me.
Okay. It is pretty understandable. And here I'm totally agree with you. But let's see on this topic, on this question, particularly this question from the little bit different side. What do you think about people who really use burnout and depression like an issues reason for their own benefits? I don't know.
What benefits?
For example, I feel like I'm getting depressed today. I go to
this is not how it works.
No?
You just cannot feel depressed all of a sudden during your general day. This is getting worse, and
So you think that there are no problem with...
if a person says in this way, I'm depressed right now, I feel this apathy in this manner, right?
Yeah.
So
when you understand as a manager, you understand that person lied to you. But
you always understand when a person lies to you.
This is really easy way to say your manager that today you have you burn it out, please give me sick leave, for example.
No.
And use it.
This is not how it works. Burnout effect cannot last for one day.
Okay, you can say that, for example, your senior, your team lead goes to you and said, hey, why you didn't do your job?
Okay.
You didn't end your task in 1 month. You spent 3 months and you say, I'm feeling that last 2 months I burned it out.
This should be addressed. This doesn't give any excuse of failing the deadlines. You are still responsible for your work.
So you need to meet deadlines.
Of course.
Okay.
If you feel that you are going to fail the deadlines, you should escalate it and warn people. You cannot just let people down because of your personal problems.
Even if you really feel like you're burning out, you
just go
to manager or your team lead and say about it as fast as you can.
Listen.
If
you have some strict deadlines and you have your personal issues, right? You just go to your manager and say, listen, I'm taking days off. You cannot, if you feel that there is a big problem for you, I cannot let you down. So I have my own personal issues. Still, they do not reflect on my job, on my work. So please address these tasks to someone else. This is case number one, very, how to say it? When you're really responsible for what you do.
Yeah, I know this.
Yes. Another case is when you do something, you still have some energy, but you still feel you already start feeling this irritation, and you hate everything and everyone. This is another case, and you are still responsible for what you do. This is not an excuse at all. Your personal burnout effect is like not an excuse.
Okay.
So this is
so you need to be just in professional
frames.
Yeah, pretty honest.
That's what my point is about.
I suggest stop here.
Yeah, please.
We discussed a lot of really interesting topic, and I want to say a big thank you for you because
big thank you for me. Okay.
Yeah, because
You're welcome,
in the start
honey.
of our conversation, and I really believe that we will produce some kind of cringe show, but looks like this is not a cringe show. This is pretty mindful
Serious
show.
Stuff. Because I work.
I don't know. Our audience said us in the comment below, but
I would say that I talk too much. I talk much about responsibility, personal responsibility for their own happiness, his own heart here. Each person should work on his or her mindfulness, because if you do not do it, no one will come and save you. So 5 years ago, I was too fed up with my health state. I didn't understand at all why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. I started from trying to understand in my own head what's happening.
There was long
yes,
way.
Diversity is great. I'm against toxicity at any level. Thank you.
Isolda. Please leave your comments with the version of this song below.
Because this is not Isolda. This is a
disorder.
Mental disorder.
Okay, let's finish here for this episode. Again, thank you very much.
This turned out to be an interview.
Thank us very much.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah, thank you, my honey.
You. So this is like some tint of cringe is still here.
Yeah, of course. I believe that I'm producing a lot of cringe, so we can continue make a cringe family show.
Okay.
Please leave your comments below. Please read us about your lovely moment from this interview. Read us the next topic. Not read, write.
No, right.
Write down your comments, ideas for next topics. Write down what you hated in this interview, what you like it. Please share it with your friends if you really like it. Please correct me, because my reasons here to improve my fucking English.
Mine as well. Yeah, I also speak with mistakes, and I think you should not be afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because from mistakes we learn. Yeah, no one just wakes up.
I think that main thing here is that you need to understand your person
limits
next to you. No,
okay.
You need to understand the people. If you understand, this is pretty enough. But then when you start understanding, you need to explain your personal thinking and your personal...
Understanding
opinion.
is one thing, but if another person is affecting you in a negative case, in this episode, I'm emphasizing
you need to pretty loud. You need to be pretty loud when...
You need to protect yourself.
Yeah. When you cannot even speak about it.
Yeah, I'm here to speak. Please share your stories. We'll discuss it if you have any stories to share with us, and we'll just develop the ideas. Yeah, and what's more, people are really embarrassed to talk about it. I don't know why. Let's talk about alcoholism next episode.
For us, you need to understand that I don't know, do you love this phrase or not? But you need to understand that for us, for now, it is pretty easy to have a conversation on different topics because we are pretty close people and here a pretty private atmosphere.
For me, it's not the reason.
I don't know.
yeah, okay, this is maybe one case, but for me, people feel this vulnerability to be blamed, or you're not allowed to say that because society will not approve it, or stuff like that. Fuck off.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.